G'day guys, hi, it's Reschelle here from Fluid Zen Art is what I call myself. I'm in Australia. We're currently in June, so it is winter here. So it's a bit cool. Today's not a bad day. It's 19-20 degrees. A bit overcast, but anyway. So I'm going to do a pour today that I was inspired by Tammy Anderson, actually. So she used this that I'd bought like quite a while ago that I really didn't know what I was going to do. So it's a liquid. So basically what it is a spray paint but in a liquid form. So yeah, not the aerosol. So remember to use your PPE with this sort of stuff. Because it's solvent based, then it doesn't actually change the curing time of your resin, but it just makes it a bit more fluid, as Tammy had explained. So my colours today is from Just Resin, Steel Blue, and Atlantis by Just Resin, and some titanium white. As you can see, I've put my shells around and a little bit of glitter. This is from Harry and Wilma. It is a Super Sparkle Crystal Waterfall. So that's really pretty. And the resin that I'm using today is from Harry and Wilma. It is an artist resin from Artco. It's a 1-to-1. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up some resin. If I have time, I'm going to do this little tray at the side of me here. I've already put some glitter, some of that chunky glitter around the edge. And whatever I have left, I'm still going to do the same. So, yeah, I'll go mix up my resin and I'll see you soon. Okay, I'm back. So I have my clear, which I need some clear. I've also put some aside so I can pour it a little bit better. This is the blue steel. Beautiful colour. And the Atlantis. Titanium white. Got there. And yes, I do reuse my cups, my plastic cups. And that's the silver. I might sound a little bit muffled because I've got a mask on now. Okay, so what I am going to do is pour a little bit of clear I'm going to do both at once. Okay. I'm not too worried about the any glitter that's on there because it's going to be the bottom anyway, so it doesn't really matter, and it's not going to worry if you see a little bit through it as well. Okay, so I'm just going to take my colours, so just pour a little bit there. A bit there. The idea is to get a little bit of like depth in the coaster. probably use a bit of the blue because that's my favourite colour. I forgot I wanted to do some here over these shells. Okay. Now for some silver. Oops. Some blue in here. Okay, some other Atlantis. Okay. Now the silver. Okay. And I might put some more clear in here. Okay, now I might put a bit of the white. I'm going to pour the white on this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is see where I want some more colour. it on there, but anyway, that's all right. Okay, now I'm going to use my heat gun. Going to use my heat gun just to move that around a little bit, but you can see it's getting a little bit of depth in there. A little bit hard when it's a bit thin, but anyway, okay. Okay. Right, so you can see sort of what's happening there. Now I'm going to go back in with my clear just to fill these ones up. Sorry, I'm just trying to concentrate here. Okay, I'm going to do the same to here. Right, that should be good for the clear. Okay, now I'm going to come in with just a little bit. Not going that way. Okay. Okay, now a bit my blue. Okay, this is looking pretty cool. Now what I want to do, I'm just going to fill my coasters up. Just going to use bit of the blue, just essentially trying to dome. Okay. Right, this has been pretty good. I might go in with a bit more colour. And that's on my blue. That's the steel blue. Okay, a little bit of my green. Okay, there's my green. I'm going to come in with some more silver. Okay, just want to drizzle more. bubbles. Okay, so that's all my silver. Okay, and now my whites. Okay, that's pretty cool. All right, I might just go one more time with the heat. Okay, so now I'm just going to go in with the rest of my clear. Just going to use this just to empty out my container. My shell's popped over there. Okay, so I hope you can see that there's a bit of depth there in what I'm doing. All right. Okay, so that's everything done. So these are all don't. Looking pretty cool. So I'm going to let this cure. I didn't have enough to do my tray, but that's okay. I will, I might pour that one tomorrow. I'm just going to pop that off to the side. Okay, I hope you can see how cool that looks. So cool. Pretty. So pretty. Okay. So some of my shells have gone a little bit astray, but that's okay. Such a pretty colour. Wow. Alrighty. So I hope you can see that depth in that. Looks pretty cool. Just going to give it a spray with some alcohol, just to, there's a couple of little surface bubbles. Just a little bit of alcohol. You can see that's domed. The coasters are domed. All right, we'll let this cure up and I will come back in time for demolds. I think they're looking gorgeous. Don't forget to subscribe, it's free. Maybe leave me a comment, hit the like button, just to help me along. Just starting out my channel. I will do another coat on this one. I'll come back probably later when it is a bit sticky. Sorry, I was hitting my light, my camera. Yeah, anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye. Be kind, everyone. Hi guys, it's me, Reschelle again. So I'm going to do another layer on my little tray here. So as you can see, I've got some shells. I did have some glitter in there, but you can't really see it. So these are my coasters. So same thing, but the only thing is they've floated a bit, so I didn't keep a check. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do there just yet. But they look gorgeous. Still doesn't really matter. So I've got some clear. I've already made up my resin. This one is blue sapphire. Then I've got Atlantis, so it's a greeny turquoisey colour. And I've got my silver. The last time I used this silver here, so but this time I'm just going to use cosmic silver from Just Resin. And of course I've got my clear, and then I've got some white as well. So anyway, I'm just going to pour this now. My resin's heated up a little bit, Going to give this a quick little wipe. And where'd that come from? Just going to give that a little wipe. Let that dry for a minute. That was just an alcohol wipe. Sorry about my head in the way. I was just trying to get on a chair. Anyway, here we go. So I'm just gonna sort of okay, so I want some clear down here. I'm hoping I've got enough resin to fill this tray. Okay, now I've got some my blue. Just gonna pop it around. And it's not totally opaque. Now my Atlantis. Might do another blue in here. Okay, I kept my stick in the silver because it's sort of like, it looks like it's unmixed, but it's not. Been mixing for a little bit. And because the weather's, it's quite cold here in Australia, so today we're probably sitting at about, I don't know, 21. Put some down here. Okay. And I might just pop a little bit of white in. Just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go in with some clear. Just to give it like a bit of depth, I guess you could say. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. Might put a bit more clear around here. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Okay. So we're getting quite fullish there, I am just going to get a teeny paddle pop stick because that's looking pretty full there. Just going to lift that corner just a tad. Okay, might pop one under this side. So it's looking a little bit bottom heavy. Alright, that's looking a little bit better now. Okay, so I'm going to just use my heat gun. So this is just a heat gun from Bunnings here in Australia, which is our hardware store. So I'm just going to pop it on a low. Not move it too much, just a little bit. Okay, that's looking pretty cool. Alright, going to go in with some more of my colour again. A bit more blue. Alright, that's looking pretty cool. Looking pretty full, which is good. Now I'm just going to do, I'm going to try and attempt to do a bit of a wave down here. Okay, just with the white. Okay, so I'm going to put the heat up a little bit higher this time. Alright, that looks pretty cool. Looking good. Okay. So I might just see. I might just go in with a little bit of the green. Just wanted that lighter colour down in there. Alright. And then I'm just going to go in with my white again. I think that looks pretty cool. And I might just go in there. Okay, just a small one. Okay, gonna put my heat back on again. Okay, so basically I'm just trying to get some depth in there. Okay, so I don't think I'll use my heat gun again, but I'll just spray a bit of, so that's just isopropyl alcohol diggers, and I get that from Bunnings here in Australia, and that's 99%. So just a little spray of that, and that will give you some little cells. So it's looking pretty good. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with my clear. So just basically trying to fill up my tray here. That's all I'm trying to do. Okay, just with the clear. Okay, so that's looking really good. Cool. So what do you think, guys? I think it looks pretty good. I'll just pop. And that will help with the bubbles as well. But as you can see here, there's a fair bit of depth going on in there now. As you can see. So that's looking really good. All right. What do you reckon, guys? Do you think I've done a good job? I hope so. Just going to lift that a little bit just to see where we're going. All right. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. What do you reckon? Nice. Yeah, I think that's lovely. All right, I think I'll leave it there, and I will come back when that's dry and let you see the dry result. Yeah, I'll take it out of the mold. Probably won't be today, it'll probably be tomorrow. So yeah, I shall see you then. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, be kind everybody. Sorry for the shaking. G'day guys, how are you? So I have a drip mold here. So it's just a soap dish that I've done, and it's just with my leftovers. So any leftover resin, just loosening up. It's a bit tight. Bit of over pour. Loosening it up. Sorry, I was out of view there. Get a section. I'll put it back in the other way. Do that as quick as possible. Okay, so here is my dish. So you can see I've just added dripping, so I'll clean up the bottom. It's a bit sharp there. Just run a little bit of over pour. But yeah, that looks quite pretty. So the soap dish holds air, and the idea is the excess water leaks out when you hold it onto your counter. So yeah, that's quite cute. Okay, so here we have, this is my first ever try at a bloom. I don't hold very high hopes for it, but first go, so that's okay. It's still a little bit bendy. I didn't think it would be any good, so I didn't back it. So it's just in a little coaster mold. Yeah. So a bit heavy-handed, I think. It's sort of bloomed in places, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I think my white was a little bit too heavy. I'd use the white. I was going to use the white for something else, but I didn't end up using it. So that's why I thought I'd do a bloom. So it has a little bit. Just need a little bit less pigment, I think, of the alcohol inks. Yeah, so that's quite cute. Not bad for my first go. What do you reckon? So these are my coasters. So I do have some shells sticking up there. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go and do a little bit of a top coat on it. Yeah, but that's my coasters. And then this one is a cutting board thing. So let's see how we went here. So this is to match my coasters. Okay. So yeah, here we have it. So that's the underside, so obviously the white, so you don't see that really. Probably could back that if I really wanted to. But yeah, not bad for a first go. That was the first pour of that one as well. So yeah, we have, put that back there. Yeah, so not too bad, hey. Getting a little bit better. So what do you reckon? I think these are pretty cool. Matches in quite nicely. Yeah. Anyway, let me know what you think. And yeah, any suggestions, any comments, please put them down below, and I'm always happy to learn. So yeah, super happy with this. Awesome. It's quite heavy, it's quite big, but yeah, it's good. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, subscribe. Hopefully I'll get a few more videos out there a little bit more frequently. Just be kind to one another, and yeah, just have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.